The day Messi shined on the field and scored 5 goals in a crucial match was simply extraordinary. This happened in a clash between Barcelona and Bayer Leverkusen on March 7, 2012, in the Champions League round of 16. Barcelona, coached by Pep Guardiola, had a powerhouse squad with players like Piqué, Xavi, Iniesta, and the team's biggest star, Messi, a football genius who could change the course of any game. This match was yet another chance for Messi to show why he deserved to be named the world's best player again. The ref blew the whistle to start the game, which kicked off intensely. Just 3 minutes into the game, Kiesling from Leverkusen intercepted a pass to the opposing defense and started a counterattack. However, Barcelona's defense quickly regrouped and regained possession. Around the 5-minute mark, Barcelona started an attack with Messi passing the ball to Pedro on the left. Surrounded, Pedro passed back to Busquets, who, while trying to control the ball, was taken down with a foul near the box. This foul posed a considerable risk for the opposing team, with Messi and Xavi ready to take the free kick. When the referee signaled, Xavi took charge of the kick and fired a shot. However, the shot was overly powerful, flying over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. Now it was Messi's turn to try and score in the match. Nearly 10 minutes into the game, the Argentine ace initiated a team play, exchanging passes with his teammates until he received a cross back inside the box. After controlling the ball on his chest and facing the goalkeeper one-on-one, Messi fired a shot at goal, but the opposing keeper was alert and made an excellent save. Pedro, well-positioned, tried to capitalize on the rebound, but the opposing defense blocked the shot and cleared the danger. At 13 minutes, Barcelona intercepted a pass from the opposing team, kicking off an efficient counterattack. Messi got the ball in midfield, advanced with it, and passed to Dani Alves on the right. Without wasting time, Alves tried to return the pass with a cross into the box, but the opposing defense was ready, intercepted the cross, and neutralized the threat. Go, player! Before you keep watching, don't forget to smash that subscribe button on the channel. At 22 minutes, Barcelona looked to build an attack on the left, with Iniesta moving toward the goal. However, his attempt to dribble past an opponent was stopped by a foul. Xavi, positioned for the free kick, executed a well-directed shot, but the opposing goalkeeper, very alert, managed to make a good save, punching the ball away from danger. Now it was time for Messi to start shining in the game. As the game approached the 25-minute mark, Barcelona set up a quick and efficient counterattack, with Messi receiving a perfectly timed forward pass. Using his well-known speed, the Argentine ace moved forward, reached the ball, and invaded the opposing area. Facing the goalkeeper, who was off his line, Messi, with the calmness and technique that define a player of his caliber, executed a precise shot that lobbed the goalkeeper, gently sending the ball into the back of the net. The Barcelona fans, clearly impressed, celebrated the beautiful goal scored by Messi. This first goal not only lifted the team's spirits, but was also the first sign that night, the Argentine star would be exceptionally inspired. Around the 30-minute mark, Barcelona resumed their offensive, with Adriano positioned on the left, sending a precise pass to Messi, who was on the opposite side of the field. Receiving the ball, the Argentine ace moved toward the opposing goal, invaded the area, skillfully dribbled past the first defender, and at the moment of the shot, had his attempt blocked by a second marker, who acted quickly to stop the play. Messi wasn't satisfied and wanted to extend the lead by any means, as the first half was drawing to a close. Around the 42nd minute, Barcelona launched a dynamic counterattack with Iniesta, moving towards the opposing goal, and with precision, passed the ball to Messi at the edge of the area. Showing his signature agility, Messi didn't hesitate and moved into the area, dribbling past the opposing defenders and creating enough space to fire a low shot aimed at the corner of the goal. The shot was so well placed that the opposing goalkeeper remained motionless, assuming the ball would go out of play, but it smoothly tucked into the corner of the net. This second goal by Messi in the match was even more celebrated by the fans, who became increasingly excited by the exceptional performance of the Argentine star that night. Right after the goal, Barcelona kept up the offensive pressure with Messi on the left, sending an exceptional pass to Fabregas, who was positioned inside the box. However, the opposing goalkeeper, anticipating the move, managed to come out of the goal and clear the ball. Pedro, well positioned for the rebound, tried to seize the opportunity, but the goalkeeper was alert and made another good save. Shortly after, the referee blew the whistle to start the second half, which began even more intensely. Right at the 46th minute, Barcelona intercepted a pass in the opposing defense and quickly organized a counterattack. Iniesta, Messi, and Fabregas exchanged quick passes inside the box, culminating with Fabregas in an excellent position in front of the goal. He tried to pass the ball to the middle, looking for a teammate, but an opposing defender intercepted the play, thwarting the goal attempt. Now was the time for Messi to show off his genius in the game again. At 48 minutes, Barcelona intercepted an opposing pass and launched a counterattack with Fabregas delivering an excellent forward pass to Messi on the attack. Using his notable speed, the Argentine ace reached the ball and decisively advanced toward the goal. Entering the area and noticing the goalkeeper was slightly off his line, Messi decided to replicate the play from his first goal in the match, executing another skillful lob over the opposing keeper. The shot was so well timed that despite the goalkeeper's efforts to stretch to the max and reach the ball, Messi's impeccable precision ensured the ball sailed over the keeper and into the net once again. This third goal from Messi in the game not only widened Barcelona's lead, but also served as further proof of Messi's genius, leaving the fans thrilled by the extraordinary level of football being displayed. At 53 minutes, Leverkusen tried to respond with an attack down the left wing, with Dirdiak receiving a forward pass. Using all his speed to reach the ball inside the box and under intense marking, Dirdiak made it to the end of the field and managed to fire a shot at goal, which went very close but ultimately went out. Immediately after Leverkusen's attack, Barcelona quickly dismantled any chance of a comeback from the opponents by launching a blistering counterattack. Tello received an excellent pass, finding himself unmarked and ready to advance. Facing the opposing goalkeeper one-on-one, Tello kept his cool and executed a precisely directed shot to the corner of the goal, marking Barcelona's fourth goal in the match. This goal not only significantly extended the lead, but also made it clear that the game was heading towards being a memorable rout by the Catalan team, completely dominating the match. Messi was looking to totally humiliate his opponents even more. At 57 minutes, the Argentine ace made a perfect forward pass to Tello on the attack. Upon receiving the ball, Tello sped towards the opposing goal and tried a pass to the center of the area. However, an opposing defender managed to intervene, deflecting the ball out. Subsequently, the corner was skillfully taken with a direct pass to Messi, who promptly started a masterful series of passes in the opponent's box together with Pedro. This movement culminated with Messi coming face-to-face with the opposing goalkeeper in a prime position to score. Although the Argentine star almost lost control of the ball, his remarkable agility and persistence allowed him to regain possession and execute a precise shot, thus scoring his fourth goal of the match. This fifth goal for Barcelona in the game triggered an explosion of joy among the fans, who celebrated the spectacular rout they were witnessing at Camp Nou in a thrilling Champions League round of 16 match. Around the 61st minute, Barcelona regained possession and quickly organized an effective counterattack, with Dani Alves advancing down the field and delivering a precise pass to Tello inside the box. With the ball under control and again one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Tello replicated the play from his first goal, firing a shot that, although the opposing goalkeeper almost managed to save, ended up beating him and finding the back of the net. Frustrated and visibly shaken, the opposing goalkeeper reacted with great discontent, even kicking the post in a sign of his irritation with his team's defensive performance, which was clearly being dominated in this crucial game. The dexterity and superiority of Barcelona made it look like they were just playing around with football, despite it being a decisive Champions League round of 16 match. At 78 minutes, Barcelona launched a team attack with a sequence of passes that dismantled the opposing defense, ending with Messi passing the ball to Pedro in the box. With control of the ball, Pedro attempted a pass to the center, looking for a teammate to finish. However, no player managed to reach the ball in time to capitalize on the chance, and it went straight out of play. Despite his team's huge lead, Messi was still thirsty for goal. As the game neared its end, around the 84th minute, Barcelona kept up the pressure with a series of swift passes until Messi received the ball in the middle, near the area. Spotting a generous gap in the opposing defense, the Argentine ace decided to take a powerful shot with his left foot towards the goal. Messi's shot combined precision and power in such a way that it beat the opposing goalkeeper's reflex, nestling into the corner of the net and resulting in a spectacular goal. This fifth goal from Messi in the match not only underscored his genius on the field, but also highlighted his impressive efficiency, scoring all these goals with a minimal number of shots. With this performance, Messi reaffirmed to the world his almost extraterrestrial status in football, displaying skills that seem to surpass human standards. At 88 minutes, Barcelona nearly extended their lead when they regained possession and launched a counterattack with Pedro making a run and sending a forward pass to Tello on the attack. Entering the area and coming face-to-face with the opposing goalkeeper, this time Tello wasn't as lucky as before, and his shot ended up being saved by the goalkeeper, who deflected the ball away. In the final minutes of the game, Bayer Leverkusen capitalized on the visible fatigue of Barcelona's players and launched a vigorous attack. Bellarabi started a play, combining with a teammate and getting the ball back in an advanced position. Right after receiving the pass, Bellarabi fired a powerful right-footed shot towards the goal. The shot was so accurate and well-placed that despite the efforts of Barcelona's goalkeeper, who stretched fully, the ball found its way into the back of the net. This beautiful goal from Bayer Leverkusen served to narrow the lead of the opposing team, although it was still far from making up for the wide gap and the humiliation faced by the team that night. Shortly afterward, the referee blew the final whistle. Messi was the standout player of the game, scoring 5 stunning goals that secured by a wide margin this crushing victory for Barcelona in the Champions League round of 16. In that season, Barcelona did not win the Champions League, but this did not stop Messi from having a spectacular season. In 2012, the Argentine genius exceeded all expectations and broke records, scoring a staggering total of 91 goals. This otherworldly performance not only reaffirmed his supremacy in world football, but also earned him his 4th consecutive Ballon d'Or, solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest phenomena the football world has ever seen. The day Neymar totally schooled Argentina with Messi on the field was straight up fire. This went down on November 10th, 2016, during a lit match between Brazil and Argentina for the 2018 World Cup qualifiers. This face-off, dripping with history and beef, happened in the same Brazilian stadium where Brazil took its worst World Cup L ever, that savage 7-1 smackdown by Germany. This match was the first time the Brazilian squad with Neymar in the mix hit up the stadium that was the scene of that 2014 World Cup embarrassment. Everyone was buzzing about whether the stadium had some sort of jinx that would hex Brazil. Even though the Brazilian team was kind of feeling iffy, there was one exception: Neymar Jr. Dude wasn't even there for that historic beatdown because of an injury, but now he was back as the main star of the show. His gig was to lead Brazil in this epic showdown against the powerhouse Argentina squad, helmed by Messi, who was riding high as the world's top soccer player at the time. Neymar and Messi, tight bros and stellar teammates at Barcelona, were now going head-to-head as rivals. The game barely kicked off, and Neymar was already showing off his magic, slickly picking off an Argentine pass from Mascherano. After nailing a perfect touch on the ball, the Brazilian superstar didn't blink and launched a lightning attack down the left, blasting past Zabaleta, the Argentine defender, with insane speed. Messi, clocking the threat, dashed after Neymar, trying like crazy to get the ball back. But despite going all out, he just couldn't catch up, left in the dust as Neymar charged ahead. The Brazilian, totally boxed in by a bunch of Argentine players, decided to whip in a cross, but he put too much juice on it, resetting the play. Even though it wasn't a straight-up shot at goal, Neymar's solo move early in the game, snagging the ball from the opposition, was already hinting that he was feeling it that match. The Argentine players, hip to the Brazilian star's mad skills and noticing he was on his game, decided to crank up the pressure on Neymar, stacking up fouls left and right before the game even hit the 10-minute mark. But that didn't stop Neymar from showing off his sick skills. Dude was everywhere on the field, always getting the ball and going for those solo plays. At the 17-minute mark, Neymar got the ball in defense and was shadowed by the Argentine Perez. Instead of playing it safe and passing, Neymar took on the Argentine midfielder in a one-on-one, schooling him and leaving him in the dust. This had 2 other Argentine players piling on, leading to a foul against Neymar. 3 minutes later, Neymar got the ball again in the same spot, and this time he decided to clown the Argentine midfielder Biglia with an insane move, flipping the ball over his head. That move was all about getting in the heads of the Argentine players, a backward flick with no real need. But with Neymar, you can expect anything, including these kind of mind-blowing tricks. On the other side of the field, Messi was totally dialed into the game too. Catching a cross from the right, the Argentine superstar slickly drew the Brazilian defense, making room to spot Biglia wide open. Thanks to his insane game vision and pinpoint passing, Messi dished the ball to Biglia, who ripped a fierce shot toward the corner of the goal. Lucky for Brazil, goalie Alisson was on his toes and snagged the save. Up to that point, the game was neck and neck, with 2 of the world's best players repping their home squads, going hard in the paint. The one-on-one showdown between Neymar and Messi was heating up big time. Just 2 minutes after Brazil nearly got scored on, Neymar stepped up and pulled off a dope play, signaling it was going to be his day to shine. Catching a pass on the left offensive side, he pulled a slick first touch, throwing the Argentine defense off balance and setting up Philippe Coutinho for a prime chance to nail a banger. Neymar's assist was just the start of a legendary day for him and the Brazilian squad. After copying that goal, Argentina with Messi at the helm started pressing Brazil hard, looking to level the score. In a clutch moment, during a solo run, Messi got fouled near the Brazilian box, a spot that's prime real estate given his free kick wizardry. Positioned just right for his sweet spot, the hype was real. But at the clutch moment for the free kick, Messi didn't get his power right, and the ball ended up smashing into the wall, hitting Neymar, who was dead set on not letting Brazil lose this match. After the ball went out of bounds and the corner kick was taken, Brazil snagged the ball back and started setting up a sick counterattack, all led by Neymar. The Brazilian ace blazed past the Argentine defense with insane speed, schooling two players with his slick moves. But at the critical moment for the shot, the ball smacked the post. That play had all the makings of another goal for Brazil, but this time, it was just a near miss. Neymar, though, was hell-bent on bagging his goal before the first half was up, and it was in the dying minutes of the first half, at the 45-minute mark, during a dynamic Brazilian attack, that Neymar spotted a golden opportunity he just couldn't pass up. As his teammate Gabriel Jesus pushed forward, Neymar hit the gas, blowing past the Argentine defenders with ease. This move carved out the perfect space for him to receive a sharp pass, putting him one-on-one with the keeper. Showing the ice-cold finish of a top striker, Neymar kept his cool and pulled off a flawless finish, leaving the goalie no chance. By the end of the first half, Neymar had already racked up a goal and an assist, a standout performance in its own right, but he was pumped to keep the show going. Kicking off the second half, Neymar was quick to show he was all about keeping the heat cranked up. In a play where Argentina was trying to keep the ball, Neymar slickly snatched a pass from Biglia and bolted for the attack. His speed and moves were just too much for the Argentine defenders, who he dusted off no sweat. With his sharp eye for the game, Neymar spotted Gabriel Jesus in a prime spot. Even though Jesus didn't manage to finish, the move highlighted Neymar's key role in cooking up offensive chances for Brazil. Messi's Argentina squad, trailing 2-0, was getting more and more shook, desperately trying to whip up plays for a comeback. About 10 minutes into the second half, Messi sparked a quick counter. Pushing up the field, he played a 1-2 with a teammate and then dished it to Di Maria. But Di Maria's shot didn't hit the mark, and the ball went out, crossing the backline. Not long after, Neymar got the ball just past midfield and started tearing up, weaving through the Argentine defenders with wild agility, until he was stopped by a rough tackle from Funes Mori. The ref didn't hesitate to flash the yellow card at the Argentine defender for the nasty challenge. Then, in another Brazilian offensive, this time without Neymar's direct involvement, Paulinho got the ball in the box and banged in another goal, bumping Brazil's lead to 3-0. At that point, Messi and the other Argentine players started to feel like flipping the script was getting more and more out of reach. You could legit see the frustration on Messi's face, who was now just trying to narrow the gap to dodge a bigger embarrassment. Meanwhile, the Brazilian fans, hyped by the solid lead over their archrival, were all lit up, celebrating every moment that locked in Brazil's win. And Neymar? Dude was still showing this was unmistakably his day to shine. In a moment where he took control in midfield, Neymar pulled off another sick move on Biglia, the same guy he had already styled on earlier in the game. After that fire play, Neymar got pumped and pushed forward, but got boxed in by 4 Argentine players, making it almost impossible to keep going with the ball. Minutes later, on a Brazilian counter, Neymar got the ball on the left flank and faced off the Argentine defenders with his signature stepovers. He drew 4 defenders, carving out space for his teammates. Neymar decided to whip in a cross, but sadly, the ball got picked off by the Argentine defender Funes Mori. Still, Brazil kept possession with Gabriel Jesus, who juked the Argentine defender but ended up getting shoved in the box and lost the ball to the keeper. That move looked like a clear penalty, but with the game so much in Brazil's favor, the players chose not to beef with the ref about it. Right after that, Neymar got another shot when he snagged a sweet, long pass. He managed to juke the goalie, but sadly ran out of field before he could finish. It was yet another fire move that could have turned into another goal for Brazil. At this point in the game, the Argentine squad seemed just focused on keeping Brazil from racking up the score, pulling all sorts of fouls to break up Brazil's plays V. As the game was winding down, Neymar got a slick pass from Marcelo, putting him one-on-one with the keeper, but bummer, he couldn't connect right with the ball. Neymar showed some frustration, not so much about the score, but because he knew he blew a clear chance to score. But that didn't kill Neymar's vibe. In less than 2 minutes, Brazil picked off an Argentine pass, and Neymar, chilling on the left flank again, got the ball. With skill and boldness, he played it smart, trying to outmaneuver his opponent, then went for a pass to set up his teammate for the finish. But no luck, the Argentine defense got their act together just in time and cut off the pass to Brazilian striker Douglas Costa. In stoppage time, with just a minute left, Messi kicked off a solo play in a bid to ease the embarrassment his team was facing. The Argentine ace pushed against the Brazilian defense, slipping past a few players, but couldn't carve out room for a legit shot. Messi's only move was to desperately boot the ball before it rolled out, ending up with a shot that flew way off target. Right after that last-ditch Argentine attack, the ref blew the whistle, calling game over. The match wrapped up 3-0 for Brazil, but it felt like it could have been an even bigger beatdown on Argentina. In this game, Neymar was on fire, bagging a goal, dishing out an assist, and pulling off a bunch of moves that shook the Argentine squad, including Messi, who was definitely not thrilled with how things went down. The day the MSN trio lit up the pitch, totally wrecking PSG with Ibrahimovic was epic. The clash between Barcelona and PSG went down on December 10th, 2014 at Camp Nou during the Champions League group stage. Barca was rocking a powerhouse lineup featuring legends like Piqué, Iniesta, Xavi, and Mascherano, plus the killer trio of stars, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. PSG had a solid squad too, with players like Thiago Silva, David Luiz, Verratti, Cavani, and the towering 1.95 M Zlatan Ibrahimovic, known as one of the deadliest strikers around. It was a clash of titans and the perfect stage for the MSN trio to show who's boss. The ref kicked off the game, which started off intense. Right in the first 2 minutes, Barca kicked off an attack with Pedro getting the ball on the right, but a foul quickly stopped the play. This foul, close to the box, posed a significant threat to PSG, as Neymar and Messi, free kick wizards, were ready to take the shot. With the ref's go-ahead, Messi took the kick, blasting a powerful shot that just too strong soared over the bar. At 6 minutes, PSG got their first touch, intercepting a pass from the opposing team and immediately launching a counter with Ibrahimovic pushing the ball towards the goal. As he neared the box, Ibrahimovic tried a pass to the middle, looking for a teammate, but the opposing defense was quick and intercepted the move, killing the play. At the 10-minute mark, PSG tried another offensive move with Thiago Silva, who sent a long pass towards Ibrahimovic in the box. However, the pass was too strong and went out of play. A few minutes later, tension gripped the Barca fans when Neymar tried to receive a pass, but slipped and fell awkwardly. Clearly in pain and limping, he worried the crowd but kept on playing. The game's start didn't look too hot for Barcelona. On the other side, Ibrahimovic was pumped to open the scoring. At 14 minutes, the Swedish giant sparked a team play, exchanging passes with his mates. Lucas on the right whipped a cross into the box, and Matuidi got the ball and quickly set it up for Ibrahimovic. With the ball heading his way, Zlatan didn't waste the chance and fired a powerful left-footed shot towards the goal. The shot was so fierce, it beat the Barcelona keeper's reflexes, bagging the first goal of the match. Ibrahimovic's early goal at Camp Nou put PSG ahead, giving them a solid edge. But PSG's joy was short-lived because Messi was also itching to shine in the game. At 18 minutes, Barcelona launched an attack with Mascherano, sending a killer long pass to Suarez in the box. The Uruguayan striker dashed to meet the ball and immediately slid a pass to the middle of the box. Messi, with his ace positioning, popped up at the right moment to catch the ball and slam it into the net, making Camp Nou erupt with joy. Messi's equalizing goal, assisted by Suarez, showed just how synced the MSN trio was, ready to use all their skills to win the game. Right after the tie, Barcelona ramped up the offense, with Neymar leading the charge on the left. He tried to dribble past defenders and exchanged passes with Suarez, who returned the ball inside the box. Neymar then tried to cross into the box, but his pass got cut off by the opposing defense, and then the keeper snagged the ball, foiling the attack attempt. At 22 minutes, Barcelona intercepted an opponent's pass, launching a swift counter with Messi, charging down the field and breezing past the defenders. As he neared the box, Messi lost the ball, but a flub in the opponent's defensive clearance let Barcelona regain possession, with Suarez getting the ball on the left inside the box. The Uruguayan striker created some space and fired towards goal, but the defense managed to deflect the ball, sending it out of bounds. Then, at 28 minutes, it was PSG's turn to hit back with Ibrahimovic, feeding Matuidi on the left, who immediately whipped a cross into the box. Lucas, well-positioned and tracking the play, showed up at the perfect moment to shoot. However, the accuracy was off, and the ball went wide, blowing a huge chance. Ibrahimovic was eager to help his team score. Around the 30-minute mark, the Swedish giant took a long pass forward on the right and raced to catch the ball. Entering the area, he used his game sense to send a pass to Cavani in the middle, who was unmarked. With the ball coming his way, Cavani launched a well-aimed shot towards the corner of the goal, but the Barcelona keeper was alert and made a solid save. At 38 minutes, Barcelona orchestrated a team move involving Neymar and Messi, who exchanged passes before Messi set up a 1-2 on the other side, resulting in Pedro delivering a cross into the box. Despite an opposing defender's attempt to intercept, Suarez was well-positioned and unleashed a powerful shot at goal. But the opposing keeper was on his toes and pulled off a spectacular save. Now it was time for Neymar to shine in the match. Around the 40-minute mark, Barcelona regained possession and quickly set up a counterattack, with Neymar receiving the ball and charging determinedly toward the opponent's goal. The Brazilian ace soon found himself surrounded by 4 markers. Instead of trying to dribble past them, he opted for a bold, long-range shot. The shot, taken with his right foot, was so powerful and accurate that despite the goalkeeper's effort to leap and stretch to the max to reach the ball, the surgical precision of the shot into the corner outdid his save and found the back of the net. This spectacular goal by Neymar sparked wild euphoria at Camp Nou, celebrating the Brazilian star for his technical skill and the decisive goal that put Barcelona ahead, flipping the game in their favor. This goal seemed to pump Neymar up, who before the end of the first half tried a daring dribble, flicking the ball over an opponent's head. But unfortunately, he was taken down before he could finish the play. Next, the referee blew the whistle to start the second half, which kicked off even more intensely. Right after the restart, Ibrahimovic pushed forward on the attack and upon entering the opposing area was brought down. But despite the contact, the referee didn't call a foul and let the game continue. Barcelona's defenders cleared the ball, which ended up at Lucas's feet, who tried to dribble past an opponent by flicking the ball over the head, but lost control before completing the dribble. At 51 minutes, Barcelona regained possession and quickly organized another counter with Messi speeding down the field. As he neared the box, he passed the ball to Pedro on the right. Instead of shooting at the goal, Pedro attempted a pass to the middle, but the execution was off, and the ball went out of play, wasting a great opportunity. Right after that, PSG hit back with Lucas initiating an attack on the left. As he broke into the box, he showed off his skills by dribbling past 2 defenders and passing the ball to Cavani, who fired a shot blocked by the defense. The rebound fell to Matuidi, who quickly tried to finish, but his attempt was also intercepted by Barcelona's solid defense. Meanwhile, Suarez, who hadn't scored yet, was eager to get on the scoreboard. At 54 minutes, the Uruguayan star made a solo run on the right, dribbling past several opponents and finishing with a powerful, well-placed shot. However, before his attack concluded, the referee had already blown for a foul by Suarez for a handball, resulting in the whole play being called off. At 61 minutes, it was PSG's turn to go on the offensive with a slick set play, with Cavani sending a pass to Lucas on the right. Lucas penetrated the area and fired a shot at goal, which was blocked and cleared by the opposing defense. However, the rebound found Maxwell, who attempted a shot but lost his balance during the finish and lost possession of the ball. At 69 minutes, PSG launched another attack when Pastore sent a pass to Lucas on the right, who quickly crossed the ball to the middle, looking for Ibrahimovic. However, Ibrahimovic couldn't control the ball and it went straight past him. Then, an unexpected incident occurred. Trying to clear the ball with a powerful kick, a Barcelona defender accidentally hit Matuidi in the face, who fell to the ground, clearly in a lot of pain. Meanwhile, Suarez was still bugged about not having scored yet, but that changed at the 76th minute, when Barcelona pulled off a set play with the MSN trio exchanging passes in the opponent's box until Neymar fired a shot at goal, which the opposing keeper parried. However, Suarez, perfectly positioned as always, pounced on the rebound and slotted the ball into the net, marking Barcelona's 3rd goal. Suarez's goal, the last of the MSN trio to score in the match, showcased the perfect sync and technical superiority of the Barcelona player. At the 82nd minute, Barcelona nearly extended their lead after a blunder by the opposing defense, who lost possession, allowing a counter led by Messi, who tried a pass to Suarez in the box. However, the Uruguayan couldn't control the ball and missed a big chance. As the game neared its end, at the 88th minute, Barcelona ramped up the attack, with Neymar feeding the ball to Messi near the box. With skill, the Argentine ace created space and unleashed a powerful shot toward goal. However, the accuracy was off, and the ball flew close to the post, going out of bounds. In the stoppage time, PSG launched a last attack with Cavani, who was taken down near the box. This foul offered an excellent opportunity for PSG to narrow the gap, especially with Ibrahimovic, known for his stunning goals, lined up for the kick. After the refs go ahead, the Swedish giant took the free kick with a powerful shot, but overdid it, and the ball soared too high, going over the crossbar. Right after that, the referee blew the final whistle. The MSN trio were the stars of the show, each bagging a goal and securing Barcelona's win over Ibrahimovic's PSG. Their vibe was so on point that season, they led Barcelona to snag the Champions League title. Plus, Messi clinched his 5th Ballon d'Or, a nod to his epic performance throughout the season.